hello, my TikTok or my social media friends and family. It's good to see you again. I'm Jesslyn, and I'm here on Body Doubling Buddies over on TikTok, but this will also be posted later on YouTube. The YouTube channel is OHJESSLYN, O Jesslyn. You can probably just find it searching body doubling stuff. My hair's a little nutty this morning because it's first thing in the morning for me. Not first thing in the morning, but you know, pretty early. And today I'm going to be body doubling, fixing up my resume and hopefully my website. I'm probably not going to spend more than an hour doing that today because I feel like it's a really big project that I also might need some time on the weekend to do. But I should be able to at least get my resume done, like, prettied up and looking good because for the past 5 days I've been doing live body doubling each weekday, putting in 3 applications, sending out my resume, trying to find some more steady work so I don't spend all my time marketing as a freelance copy editor. But today I've decided I need to work on my resume and getting it sparkling, because maybe that was the problem. So that's where I'm going to work today. You take me along with whatever you're going to do. It could be household chores, paying the bills, doing your work for whatever job you have. It could be walking the dog, whatever you need to do. Take me along with you and we'll both get it done together. I'm cleaning my phone. I checked my email this morning, my work email, and I had 8 messages and I was like, ooh, maybe there's something there. There wasn't anything about, like, interviews or my applications going further. A lot of it was just like, we've received your application and stuff like that, which is good. But I did have a few of the websites that I've, had to put my profile into in order to do applications send me actually useful emails about some further opportunities to try. So I was tempted to go ahead and do a few of those today instead of doing the resume, but I really think it would behoove me to do the resume sparkling first. Before I send out any more applications. So that's what I'm going to work on. But you can be doing job applications, you can be doing anything that you want to do. We're just here to help each other. It's a two-way street. I'd also like to remind you that you don't constantly have to be productive. You are worth more than your productivity, and it's okay if your body tells you you need a rest, or you need rest. That's fine too. I'm not trying to suggest that you always need to be go, go, go. Okay. I have to get lotion for my hands. I'll be right back. It's a real life live. I wonder how many times people join lives and there's just no one sitting there. I mean, I'm sure it happens all the time. Okay. I'm trying to decide some wording on my thing here. If you've got any resume tips and you want to drop them in the comments for me, even if this is later and you see it after, I've already finished, please do. Because, like, I've done some, when I, like, put together my resume this time, again, every time I put together a resume, I, like, search online and, like, what do people want from resumes right now? But there's so much information out there. I just try to have it be, like, really clean and to the point. Look like an autistic person made it. That's, that's right. Yesterday I was talking about maybe like putting my neurodivergence into my resume and website to, maybe I'll just put it on my website to, because I can explain more there how my neurodivergence helps. And a resume, you don't have enough room for that. Okay, so I do want to put in here some of my knowledge of style guides. Okay. Alright. Ah! Okay. Excuse me. I think I'm doing a good job here. It's coming along faster than I expected. I had a plan, kind of, this is what I want to do. So, so I'm hoping that it goes well to plan. It's mostly like formatting stuff and on Microsoft, so that's not a huge problem for me. As a copy editor, that's part of the job, so I feel pretty comfortable doing that. Let's see. It's just a matter of how do I want it to look. I hope the wind isn't a problem on the sound or whatever. I have the windows and doors open because it's gorgeous out, as it often happens to be here in Grand Valley. It's beautiful. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have too much. I'm trying to put like bullet points of my responsibilities because a lot of times on the website application things, they asked me for like these lists of job responsibilities, and I was like, well, it'd be great if I already had that on my resume and could just like parse it over to their system. But I'm realizing that to keep my resume to like one page, which is very important to me, um, it's going to be it's going to be difficult to put anything of use on there. It seems like the right thing would be to put more of my recent work information on there and less of my like past, like way past stuff. So okay, I think I got the most important ones on there for that. Let's see if I can just do like let's see if I can fit 2 bullet points under the other two that I have on here. Okay. I also kind of hope that when people look at my resume, they go, oh, this person knows how to use Microsoft. This person can format, because, again, like I said, that's important. Um, okay. Okay, I need just one more. Which one more is a good thing to put on there? Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit 2 on the bottom one. Um, ooh, this is going to be a hard one. Can I fit everything in here, or am I going to have to think about what needs to go? Okay, I think that's going to have to be everything that fits. Can I fit this one in? Oh! Oh, I think it fits exactly. Let me just fix this formatting at the bottom. Didn't work. Okay. There we go. Oh, it looks good. Okay, I'm gonna read through it. I'm gonna make sure it's looking good. And then if that's done already, I'm gonna move on to my website. I can't believe how well that's going. If you're just joining me, I'm Jesslyn. This is Body Doubling Buddies. Or if you're over on TikTok, I mean, that's on TikTok. If you're over on watching it when it's on YouTube, then obviously it's on Jesslyn, OHJESSLYN. Um, I'm body doubling, which means I'm working on stuff. You work on stuff. It's a two-way street. It helps us both out. In fact, over on YouTube, somebody commented on my first video and said, "Oh, I'm looking for jobs too. You know, let's work together." And then they commented on like my third one and were like, "I got an interview." So clearly, it's working. Hopefully, it's working for you. Hopefully, it'll get working for me soon. I'm doing this rewrite on my or redo of my resume and my website to try to help out with that. But you can do whatever you have to get done. I try to have like a positive kind of environment going on, so these tasks can be difficult to do and maybe not so fun, so it's fun to have like a friend to talk to or to feel like there's someone else there doing it too. And I try to just maintain some good vibes while I'm doing it, even when it's hard. Not toxic positivity, just try to be optimistic and like, I just try to feel good about things. I mean, not all the time, but as much as I can. Okay, let me read through this. trying to decide how exactly to indicate that I took like 10 years off from copy editing to raise my children through until they were school aged. Um, so I think I'm just going to put like I was a freelancer at this point, colon, semicolon, and then this point, right? And then they can hopefully ask me about the 10 years in between. Um, I think that works. Because I think another problem is it looks like I have 20 years of experience when really I've got like 10 years of experience. So people were probably like, "Why are you looking for this kind of job if if you've been working the same freelance stuff for 20 years? What's happened?" Um, but I've really just been back at it for like a year and a half. And then I was only working part-time then, and now I'm really trying to transition into full-time. And so there's like a weird thing there. So I think I've got my resume looking sweet now. Okay, that looks great. I love it. Everything's correct. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's awesome. Normally I try to do every weekday I do 3 applications, but today I'm trying to work on my resume and website so that those applications will maybe do better. Um, I thought I might only be able to get my resume done today, but I'm gonna work on my website. My website's a little bit like of a bigger project because I have a like alright website. I created it myself, and I'm okay on. I know HTML and stuff like that. Um, I'm just not like a graphic design person, so I think it looks okay. But I think that it's a little more helter skelter than it needs to be. Like maybe I could focus it down. It's really I made it for like new authors or small businesses or like students doing their theses who maybe were a little bit nervous about having an editor, having someone look at their precious piece of uh, writing. And so it's really about what I can do for you and what the process is like, and that's really, really different than what you do with companies, like large companies who have like an editorial team. Um, so I don't want to change it too much because I still do love working with new authors, you know, who are trying to get their books out or that are independently published, and students and stuff. But and I like that my brand is reader oriented and collaborative, right? I'm not a school teacher who's going to mark all your wrong answers, you know, and grade you. Instead, I try to be like your friend, but your friend who's going to be your autistic friend who's going to be honest with you and try to help you make this the best possible experience for your reader, but knows when to let you have your voice versus when this is too confusing and people won't understand your voice, you know? So I want to keep that in my website, but I also want to make it maybe a little bit cleaner so that somebody coming to it from a company who's looking to hire me potentially, that they would think this was, had the information they needed to. So I don't really know where to start. I could change my about me. I think I'm going to change that to include my neurodivergence and explain how my neurodivergence helps me in. See, this is the problem. I don't know exactly what I want to change about the website. Maybe today what I need to do is come up with a plan. So I can look at each page of my website and decide what needs to change or what doesn't, and then maybe this weekend I can make that happen. So I'm gonna go get a notebook and a pen because that's how I work best. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have my notebook, my fancy pens. It is really windy right now. Okay. So, what do I want to change and what do I want to keep the same? And how can I make this a better user experience? Okay. My first thought is I have links across the top bar, right, to take you to the pages, the different pages on my website. And they are how I can help you, services, about me, and what to expect, and contact me. So contact me will remain last, but I feel like how I can help you and what to expect and services and about me maybe need to be rearranged. So I feel like services would be first, right? This is what I do. I don't know, because that gets into more detailed information. I kind of feel like it goes services, how I can help you, what to expect, and about me. In my copy editing head, that makes the most sense as far as like what order you'd want to look in them. But I feel like some people would be put off by the services page because maybe it's a little too detailed, and they would be better off first seeing how I can help you and what to expect. Because they're a little bit more of the hand-holding side of things. Part of me also wants to start with the about me, but I feel like it's that narcissistic. I feel like that should be at the end, right? Like, you've seen what my services are and here's something about me. I don't know. Okay. It is very windy right now. Okay. Okay. I figured out what to change and how to reorganize the home page and those links. Now I gotta look at those pages. It's so windy that the chickens next door are barking very loudly. And my dog goes like, maybe I should check on them, make sure they're okay. Okay. I think the biggest change I need to make is in my portfolio page. Um, because that's when businesses that are thinking about hiring me want to see my portfolio, and I like put it into, like, I give them the link to my How I Can Help You page on my website. And my How I Can Help You page is set up for someone who's never had an editor before, but has like their student theses or their student thesis or their like new manuscript for a book, and they're probably a little nervous about giving that to somebody, and I want to show them what kind of thing they'll get from me. So it does have my portfolio on it. It has a few diverse types of editing to show what an edited piece would look like when you get it back from me. And then at several different levels, right? Like I have one small part of developmental editing. That's a little harder for me to share. I won't share any of my clients' work because there's like a privacy issue there. I don't want to show like the mistakes that they made. Do you know what I mean? Like people don't want that shown to the world, in my opinion. So I don't show that, but I want to show a piece of work that gives you an idea of what I would do. So I've got a little bit of developmental editing on there, and I've got like some line editing, and then just like some proofreading. So basically these are different levels of work that I might do with someone, and this is what it would look like when you get them back. And so I have a few of those things, and that's also sort of what I use as my portfolio. But I think if you were a business coming to look at that page, it's not called my portfolio. You have to scroll down through some stuff to get to the actual work part, because I'm like stepping people into it, you know, and so I don't know if that's maybe problematic. I also think it might be helpful if I had a few more pieces of work in there. So I'm gonna have to think about if I want to add that. If you're out there working, I want to know what you're doing too. Let's make, like I said, body doubling is a two-way street, so feel free to comment, even if it's not while I'm on the live. If you're seeing it later on YouTube, comment and let me know what you're doing. Comment and let me know what you think, because I can always make changes on these. If you've got a good idea, I'm here to listen to it. I can always make changes on these even later. So it's like hanging out with a friend doing work, and I'm asking for your opinion, as well as willing to give mine if you have questions or thoughts that you would like some help on. Okay, so that's where I'm at now, is the portfolio part. So okay. Also, I want to say, I always want my website to be about the user, the client, and not just about me. So I'm kind of thinking about the wording exactly of some of this stuff. I think I've already got it that way, but some of the wording that I just picked, I'm asking myself, does that say too much about me versus the client? So I'm trying to think about that. I think eager to see what I can do for you, how I can help you. Eager to see. Eager to see what my editing looks like. What editing your work looks like. think I need to change that how I can help you page to my portfolio. And that'll make it still can have the same content and the same information on it, but it'll read more clearly to like a company who's trying to find that page. So, I mean, even though I send them the direct link to that page, I think that would still be helpful. So, I hope wherever you are, it's as beautiful as it is here right now. It's sunny, it's cool, but not cold, which is my preference. I always prefer cool weather to hot weather, including if it's cold. Like, I would rather freeze to death than die of heat stroke. Um, but it's just like perfect out, and the birds are chirping, and it feels very much like spring. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think right now I've got like a revolving image gallery. I think you can't really see them well enough, so I think I need to make them separate, like images as you scroll down the page. And I think that I could have more developmental editing on here than I do. Okay, so I do wish that I like doing just one at a time instead of scrolling down, but they don't show a big enough image for you to really see what the editing is. So I need more examples. I should probably, if it's scrolling down, I don't want to have too many examples. Let me see if there's like an appropriate amount the internet says that I should have. Oh, yeah. Okay, moving on to the next page. Oh, I've only got 2 pages left, so that's good. Well, I think my contact me is exactly as I want it to be. Okay. Yeah, 2 pages left. Okay. I know you probably can't hear the chickens, but they're delightful. Okay. That looks good. All my links are working. 1 page left to go. I've got a whole bunch of notes to fix. So I think this is useful and will turn out really well. I'm literally looking at myself in the phone to be like, is a picture with these nose rings better than a picture where I've got like a horseshoe shape in? Which looks more professional? Definitely this. Because I have a picture of myself on my website. So. I should probably change it anyway because I cut all my hair off. So it's like, oh, is that the same person? Okay. Hmm. Let me write this down. Oh, okay. I got this. Okay. I think think I've got everything ready. I totally transformed my About Me page, like what I'm gonna write on there. The only thing is that in the other one I mentioned that I was a mom. And I didn't mention that here, and I'm not sure if... I like to have people already know what they're getting into. And who I am. But I guess that I don't feel like I need to... they're getting into. And who I am. But I guess that I don't feel like I need to...